This movie came out last year. It was nominated for an Oscar, and I forgot I even saw this. We are looking at Elio, which was a movie that was initially supposed to come out in 2023 or 2024. I don't remember what, but it was supposed to come out a couple years beforehand. However, the SAG-AFTRA writer's strike postponed and delayed this movie, and it looked like it was a lost project. Around this time, lots of stuff was just getting canceled and moved out of the way, but somehow they still had the idea. They were like, you know what, we gotta do a Leo. We gotta show you this movie. And to those people, I say, why? I think I get it. They were a little desperate for a movie that year in particular, but at the same time, with Hoppers and Toy Story 5, we were good. We could have had a break from Pixar, just um, let them rest, get their jitters out, and like let's mainly focus because the next two movies, well, at least I know Hoppers is good. Toy Story 5, we'll see when it comes out. Um, but Elio is a movie that felt very generic, if I'm being honest. It was a typical story that you would think you would have to essentially force yourself to say it's a Pixar movie. And the character designs are kind of lame. And, everybody's reasoning for what they're doing is kind of eh. This movie, you can really tell that you're gonna like or hate it if you like Elio, the character. And to me, I don't like him. And let me explain. So the movie talks about a kid who basically becomes an orphan and gets adopted by his parents' friend who's in the military. Elio gets, as a kid, gets interested in alien life forms and space stuff. So because he hates his life so much on Earth, he is willing to get sacrificed, hoping to get taken by aliens. Nothing's working. Eventually, he goes into his stepmom in this case. He goes into her lab, calls aliens, and eventually he gets kidnapped, which is what he wanted. They do send in a twin Elio, like a fake Elio, just pretending to be the Elio, and later we find out it's an alien, and he's very generic, but he's like not even trying to like. We don't get to see him try to interact with humans and appreciate what he has instead. But I all he basically does is have fun on space and meet these new life forms, which, like I said, look generic. Even Glordon, who is his friend, you can tell that the chemistry is there with the two, but he has a father, Lord Gridon, who is evil because XYZ, I guess, but eventually, Elio realizes, okay, I have to go to Earth because they don't want me here because I lied to them. I told them I was a leader. And so they go to Earth, but Gordon cannot breathe Earth air, and in the process, he almost dies. So then they bring him back, but nobody gets a ton of shine. Nobody is likable. It is very much a bunch of crammed in stereotypes to make a Pixar movie. It felt very AI generated, similar to what I said about Elementals. There are three directors for this movie. They just needed one or two, but three is a little bit too much. And now, because you have three directors, all of them are cramming in their ideas at once. I just wasn't a big fan of this. And Elio is not a likable character. Like I said, he is constantly messing with people. He is very rude to his stepmom. So when he gets kidnapped, we're like, you know what? We're better off without you, dude. Um, and the lesson here is what? Oh, alien life forms are evil. Um, if you don't like your time on Earth, who cares? Like the selling points that we were gonna have the blooper reels. from like what you expected from the original Pixar. We eventually never get those, which made you really waste your time because they lie to you. Um, it just wasn't for me, and according to the box office, it was for nobody. This was a very terrible time for Disney. I mean, don't get me wrong, the last couple years of Disney haven't been that great, but at least Lilo and Stitch was a success, right? But yeah, this movie I just wasn't a big fan of, and I just didn't like it. I don't like the character Elio. I don't like the message it's trying to point across. I mean, it's fine, I guess, for kids. So I'll give it a D. That's the nicest thing I'll say about it. But I don't care about this movie. I just do not care. This movie is lame. And I at least can say that Pixar is picking back up because the next movie I'll review is Hoppers, and I'm very excited to talk about that one because it's way much better than this. Anyways, take care, everybody.